Welcome back, guys, and as is tradition at this time of the year, I have left it a bit late to reach rank 40. I have been to 40, but I have dropped down to 36. And I think this will probably be the last video I'll put out before Kaladesh, so... Ow. Sorry if you heard that, just cracked my arm. But this will be my desperate road to rank 40, so we will try to climb to the top before the end of this video. And this could be 4 games, but it also could be a hell of a lot more depending on our luck, shall we say. And I haven't got any good decks. Like I said, I'm just ready for the next expansion. The Christmas break is always a long time for Duels, and I am ready to just jump in and try and hopefully grind this out in 4 games. And it's pre-release this weekend, but I will not be in attendance. I know. I'm sure everyone's upset that they can't meet their YouTube hero, but I can't even finish that sentence. But yeah, not too much to say. The set has been spoiled. I'm not sure if actually I can't remember. It's a long time, 5 days ago since I made my last video, but we found out what we've gotten for Duels, and it's looking pretty insane, to be honest. Really powerful removal spells. I think the games are going to get a lot more swingy. I think a lot more games you'll be like, yeah, I can't lose this game, and then the opponent will play one card and you'll go, well, never mind, it looks like I've lost. So sort of situation, which is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to a lot of the new decks. One thing I think I really like about Aether Revolt is that the uncommons look very, very powerful, and uncommons are huge for Duels. Rares you can't really build around. I mean, just look at the difference between Sphinx's Tutelage and Sigil of the Empty Throne. Both are enchantments, and one sees considerable play and the other one sees virtually none. So that's kind of where I stand on it. I think I'm going to speculate with this hand. We have a Duskwatch, and if we hit one land we get Nissa's Pilgrimage, and that should get us going, and we do have the Harness Lightning off the Aether Hub if we need it. Looks like someone has a similar idea and has gone for a turn 1 Inventor's Apprentice, which is a similar idea. I mean, of course, that they're also trying to grind to 40. So I mean, we'll probably move on to some aggressive decks eventually, but as the time stands, we will be patient and try and lead out with some of our fun decks. But four matches in a vid is going to be a while, so I probably will have to move on to aggressive vids. But I might just harness. If I don't draw a land, I'm probably going to harness lightning that thing next turn, because he doesn't have any other creatures in his graveyard, so he can't exactly recur it straight away. And it also would switch off his Inventor's Apprentice. So I could try and blow him out in combat if he doesn't play a second artifact. But, I mean, if we rip a land, I'm just going to slam this Nissa's Pilgrimage. I want to get to my bombs as fast as possible here. And we rip the land. It's a red source as well, perfect. So we can slam a Chandra. I probably will just straight up minus Chandra if I do play her anyway. Just kill a creature off with it, and then maybe jump with Dustwatch or something like that. But I'm taking 5 here, so I do have to stem the bleeding at some point here. But I mean, Green Warden's fantastic against Black-Red. They can't really exile it, so you will get double value. So I might even just trade off Dustwatch here, to be honest, against his Scrap Heap Scrounger. And then that would allow me to Chandra minus, and then he has to... I mean, I want this game to go as long as possible. Inventor's Fair. I'm not really a fan of that in the red-black aggro decks. I mean, the tutor effect is irrelevant, and you do run like double red and double black spells, so it is a bit risky in my opinion. I don't know. What am I doing here? Am I blocking? Am I trading? I think I am, because 7 damages is too much against a red deck. So I'll take the trade there, because he can't recur it straight away, like I said, and then we can tap out for Chandra. Might even just plus Chandra, make the mana, and then harness lightning. Yeah, that seems pretty good as well, to be honest. Yep, you got me sold. So we plus Chandra, make the mana, and then I'm gonna kill this thing because he can just You can recur as artifact, and then it's the same amount of power except 1 less toughness. So I might as well kill this while it's only a 2. Generate an extra energy, which is relevant considering I've got Aether Hub. And then next turn we can play Green Ward and get back Harness Lightning Probablys. And then I'll just keep recurring our removal spells, and then hopefully get something going here. We can actually, oh this is sick, we actually play Green Warden, get back Harness Lightning, then make some more mana and cast Harness Lightning. So we're in a good situation, unless he can kill Chandra here. Which is close to be fair. In fact, if he has a, no, he's already used 2, hasn't he? Yeah, he could, nah, he can't kill it this turn. But we're going to be able to, he's going straight for the face as well. I'm fine with that. 10 life is still relatively healthy enough. Don't get me wrong, it's not insane, but it's decent. I'll take it. Okay, that's just disgusting, isn't it? We have to do that instead now, don't we? Yeah, I'm going to do that instead, absolutely. So we might as well... Can we do both, actually? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 4. No, we can't do both. So we might as well just tap out for this, and then 1, 2, and then photo his face. Tap all our mana. What could he have? Rush of Vitality? He's gonna bring our Scrapy Scrounger, fair enough. I guess that's an argument for playing Green Warden out instead, although it's technically the same amount of damage. I mean, we go down to 7 here, which is getting a bit low, but 4, 5, 6. And then get Green Warden back. Might even just get a ramp spell at this point. And then, because I want to get to Ulamog and then just end this game as quickly as possible. Nuke his lands so he won't be able to cast too many spells. But if he goes Fleet Wheel Cruiser here, we are in trouble, so we do want to start getting some bodies on the field. It all depends on this turn for our opponent. He's got 3 cards in hand. I mean, he kind of almost has to go... Okay, Eldrazi Obligator is a haste creature, so we're actually getting relatively low here. I might have to go for my Green Warden play. He could just kill Chandra. I'm fine with that. Chandra did more than enough this game. She saved me, what, 6 life, and she allowed me to cast like 3 spells in one turn. It was pretty good. I'm surprised our opponent's keeping up, to be honest. We've had quite a few 2-for-1s. I would love to draw Radiant Flames off the top. Explosive Vegetation, we can't cast that. We're actually in trouble here. It's gonna get Rolling Thunder, actually. That makes more sense, doesn't it? But we go down to minimum of... If he attacks all out, which I expect him to, because he just saw I got Rolling Thunder back. He goes down to... I go down to 4 life, which means I am in Firecraft range. There's not too much I can do about that. So that's Guy reached on the Terry. I'm actually okay with that. Actually, I'm not too great with it, but it's better than... I do have some... I might just get rid of Ulamog, to be honest. He's quite far away. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Ulamog. No Explosive Vegetation at this point can go. I don't see a turn against aggro where I'm going to be casting this. And like Ulamog, maybe if I survive like 4 more turns, could come in handy. If you had the second Obligator, I would have just died there, but I can't play around that at this point. This next turn I can flip Nissa, make the... I can flip Nissa, make the 4-4, and then Rolling Thunder for the remaining to like pick off like 2 creatures or something. That seems pretty good. I'll kill you. Actually, he's got 0 cards in hand, I'll kill this thing. Okay, so we go down to 4 life, which like I said, I'm not too happy about. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 4 mana available. So we can do it for 2, which means we can pick off not enough. 5, 6. We can do it for 4 right now, but we can't play Nissa. And 4 would kill his entire field. Would it? What's this thing? It's a 1-2, isn't it? So it wouldn't kill his entire field, and we don't... It's kind of getting screwed on mana. We really haven't hit lands at this game. We've only hit 6 lands, and we ramped out Nissa's Pilgrimage. Rolling Thunder, we point 1 at you, 2 at you, and then 1 at the face. Then he's left with a 2. Then he can take us on to 2 on his next turn just by recurring it right now. So it's probably not even best to kill the 3/2 because he's just gonna recast it straight away. So if we do it for 4, we can kill both these two, I think, which probably is better, I think. So yeah, we will do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is playing off the top of his deck, although unfortunately he does have an extra draw with Gyreet Sanitarium. But I mean, if we're like 1 turn off here. If he draws a land, like if he double draws a land here, then I think we're in a really good position to win the game. If we get to go Nissa plus Nissa's Pilgrimage, and then turn after Ulamog is pretty much guaranteed. But yeah, never really got close to Ulamog this game. Jari Offshoot is life gain, so I'm probably going to keep that. Which means what's leaving here? Nissa's Pilgrimage can go. I like to go on Jardy plus Nissa plus land, and then I can get something going hopefully. And he's went to attacks, which I like. Because it means you don't have an unlicensed disintegration. I don't. Okay, good. Life gain is huge here. That's why I did it this way. Okay. So play you. Play Nissa. So we're going to go to 5 life, which means he can't Firecraft me out of the game here. Which is why I felt safe getting rid of Nissa's Pilgrimage. Get you. Now, I could plus or I could minus, and I think it is safer to minus. Actually, I'm going to plus. I've got 2 creatures. And Chandra Flamecaller for next turn, nice. So even if he kills my Green Warden, I can get back Harness Lightning and then kill his creature, so I'm feeling okay. His only thing is a second Eldrazi Obligator, which is what I'm scared of. It's greedy to plus that, I will admit that. But we're getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And like Chandra can close out this game pretty fast herself. So looks like he drew a land and he plays a Fleet Wheel Cruiser. So that's 1 draw that punishes this, but we can block with Green Ward and get back. So I'll trade off here. How much damage am I taking? Okay, so I take 1, 4. So I'll go down to 1 life, and I'll play a land, and then I'll be able to make the tokens and stuff. So I think that's better than, because I think overall this Jardy Offshoot is going to draw me more lands than I might even just get back Nissa's Pilgrimage, to be honest. Or I guess Explosive Vegetation. No, I'm going to get back Nissa's Pilgrimage. Oh I've already got Big Chandra, so I don't really want to. Harness Lightning is the safest get. Nah, I'm feeling bold here. I'm not sure if this is right. In fact, I doubt it's right. But okay, Fiery Impulse makes that feel a lot safer. So we make the 2/2 just to try and get some more bodies on the field. We'll play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna play you. Get some more lands out my deck, because then next turn I can Ulamog now. And then we have a Fiery Impulse with Spell Mastery up. We're on a 3 life. So it's Firecraft or any of his burn spells. And he hasn't seen a single burn spell this game, so I really couldn't complain if he did draw one. But I think this is his last chance, otherwise this is last chance saloon for our opponent. If he doesn't have it here, we win the game. There's so much burn he could have though, like Unlicensed Disintegration. I really can't complain if he does have it. And Impetuous Devils isn't going to do it here because we have Fiery Impulse. So it's a good thing we did draw that Fiery Impulse. And I mean, I don't think I've played this game right at all, to be honest. A lot of questionable decisions, but I guess I should have waited for attacks to see if he double attacked. But it doesn't really matter here. I'm going to go land, which gets me to 4. Plus with Nissa. I would love to hit a land off this, because then I'd be out of firecraft range. Perfect. Okay, yeah, this game. It's going to be very hard to lose now. Exile you and exile Gyreet Sanitarium. He's got all his colours, so it's really not going to come into play here. So, okay, if he draws the second, or draws the Obligator, it still doesn't do it. Because he'll steal Ulamog, he'll exile 20, I can just jump Ulamog with the Jardy Offshoot, and then kill him on the crackback. So I think it is right to attack here. And then we're going to have so much lethal coming out with Chandra next turn. Yeah. So I'm trying to think what he could draw. Rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I cannot think of a single draw that he could have. Noxious Gear Hulk buys him a lot of time, but I'm still in such a good position if he does do that. Licensed Disintegration, that's a decent draw. But we're going to be getting all this life, and he didn't even have an artifact. Yeah, he's just dead here. Yeah. So that was a interesting game, but we did manage to pull it out. Although I don't think I played it well at any point there. Whew, that was a stressful one. It's always stressful when you're playing ramp versus aggro. I got lower than I wanted to be at a lot of points in that game, but and I made, I don't know, I don't agree with myself there. So what do we want to play now? Let's play, I don't know. There's so many choices. I want to play a good deck. Let's play it with just banter. I do like my bant deck. I'm not sure if it's particularly good, but I do like it. So 37, in theory we have 3 more games to go, but hopefully it comes to that, and then we can get to our glorious rank 40. But yeah, I was in the zone that game. I really stopped. You can tell when I'm in the zone because I actually stopped talking about random stuff. I don't I mean, it was safer to get Harness Lightning. There was a lot of ways I could have got punished there. If I didn't draw that Fiery Impulse, I think I just lost to the Impetuous Devils. So there's a lot of different ways I could have played it. Apparently our opponent decided he is on the grind to rank 40, so unfortunately we're stuck playing the AI. Not too much I can do about that, but this hand is a mulligan. This hand is, yeah, I'm just going to keep it, you know. We have more threats than lands at this point. I'm keeping a 6-lander, I don't care. There we go, see, look, this draw was perfect. Can't question, utter perfection. And that was this keep. And I would be a lot more happy if I was on the draw. But luckily our opponent doesn't have a turn 2 play, so it's not going to be too bad for us, I don't think. I mean, if I do flood out this game, I'm not going to complain at anyone, but all I'm saying is that I wouldn't mind a Tamio off the top. Turn 4 Tamio is a pretty good play. Looks like we're playing white-black control, it looks like. Never mind, white-black aura. Why do we keep running into aura people? I'm sure there's only one aura person on the ladder, and I've managed to run into him two videos in a row now. But I think we're playing a stronger deck, so I'm feeling a bit more confident. Especially with double Krasis, so even if he does aura that thing up, we can tap it down for 2 turns while beating back. So just get all our dual lands out in case he's playing Thalia, and you know, get all the perfect colours and all that stuff. I could ambush this thing. In fact, I'm going to. If he wants to use a removal spell or something, then he's welcome to. But if he doesn't, then we've got a second one to back it up. And he didn't play an aura, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Could go like Languish here and just blow me out, but I will concede. Deadweight. Yeah, he is the aura guy. I guess I should have seen that coming. Double deadweight. Nice. I didn't deserve a battlefield anyway. Okay. Well, luckily I didn't need that land untapped. I didn't even mean to play that land. But I don't know, we're still not in a terrible position. We've got 8 lands in the top 10 cards, I'll admit, but our opponent appears to be out of creatures at least. So you can kill this with the Grasp of Darkness. Skyhunter's Shot. I don't know. Blessed Alliance? I don't know, there's a lot of choices. Okay, I'll be the first to admit that that land was not exactly the ideal draw. But as far as lands go, Lumbering Falls wasn't the worst draw there. At least we can activate it next turn if we keep flooding out. Our opponent just didn't do anything that turn, which is promising for us. Did hit his 4th land though. He didn't have anything last turn, so we know he's got nothing this turn. Tamiyo. Reflector's Mage. I'm going to keep Reflector's Mage in hand and just beat him down with this Lumber and Falls here, him for 6. And then you'll probably play a creature next turn. I'm assuming he's got creatures in his hand. Aura Man. It's hard to predict what the Aura guys have got, but I would love him to like slap down a creature, slam an Aura on it, and then I'll just be able to bounce it with Reflector Mage. If he keeps doing nothing, then we won't need to cast Reflector Mage anyway. So, okay, it looks like he was stuck on double white, but he is going to get value from this, because like I said, I did keep a 6-lander. But he doesn't play an Aura. Spell Shovel's a nice draw, in fact. Can I just go for kill here? I think I can. I think I'll just go Reflector Mage on you, hold up Spell Shovel, and then we'll be able to kill him next turn. 3-6. Actually, yeah, we got lethal next turn. So he needs like a double removal spell, or something that can get under Spell Shovel. So, I mean, you keep a 6-lander. I mean, as far as 6-landers go, the draw wasn't ideal, but it could have been a lot worse, you know. And then, as always, the Aura deck's running Languish. I love that. Yep, that works really well with your Knight of the White Orchid and Auramancer, but that's why I run the counter spells, and we draw a land as the last draw. 4, 5, 6, 7. How many lands did we see this game? So we kept a 6-lander, and we saw 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we saw 10 lands. So we drew 4 lands. Could have been worse, I guess. We did draw reasonably well. And up we go on the ladder. 38. 2 more matches. I'll try and get a proper one banned. And by a proper one, I mean it in multiple ways. Such as, we won't keep a 6-lander, and hopefully our opponent actually decides to stick around. But, I mean, to be fair to the Aura deck, it's not. I'm not going to delude anyone and say it's like the most powerful archetype of all time, but he did go double deadweight kill, which is pretty valuable, especially against a deck like mine, which is trying to go aggro. So it could have been a lot worse for him, even though he did miss a land drop and then he had to play a tap land the turn after. But I will admit it didn't exactly need the best from the best from my deck there to overcome that obstacle. Well, we're on 2 wins. Can we make it 3? And then hopefully we can make it 4. Person Mad Max, and he looks like he's a human deck, but I love being on the play with this deck. This is one of the few decks where I am very much excited about being on the play. If I was on the draw, I wouldn't keep this hand. I'll be the first to admit that, but the power with Whirlrogue plus Tamiyo, I think, could draw me out of a bad start. Like, if you want to stabilize a Whirlrogue is about as good as it gets. If you want card advantage, Tamiyo is about as good as it gets. So I think this is worth the keep. Fortunately, we draw 6-drop off the top. Not exactly ideal, but like I said, hopefully we can go Whirlrogue into Tamiyo and then get something going from that. And our opponent isn't off to the fastest start either. 3-drop off the top would be perfect. Unfortunately, denied. What would be the best thing here? If he tapped out for a bad spell like Oath of Jace, that would be good. If he keeps counter mana open, I'm not too happy. Okay, Thopters. This could be interesting. If I was on the draw, this would be a lot worse, but I mean, Whirlrogue is pretty decent, followed up by Tamiyo. That could buy me some time. I don't want too much removal, but I would absolutely use some Thopter Engineer if I had any. Altered Ego could be pretty good later on. I think I'm just going to slam out the Whirlrogue. Then, I mean, Altered Ego, if I get the chance to copy Whirlrogue next turn, I might even take it up on that. But, I mean, it depends what his 4-drop is. He kept a slow hand, he's Thopters. I assume he's got one of his 4-mana Thopter guys, either PN Kieran or Whirlrogue. There's no way you keep that hand. If you do, okay, Fleetwheel Cruise is pretty good as well. I'll probably just take the hit from this thing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm probably going to take the hit. I'll trade off Thopters if he offers it. Okay, I was hoping he'd keep that attack going, but I'll make this trade and then I'll just do that. I'll take 5 this turn, and then I'll get to copy my Wheel Rogue this next turn, and then I'll slam down Tamiyo if nothing exciting happens. Could copy. Nah, I mean there's nothing better than Morthopters. Because the actual Altered Ego itself trades off for the Fleet Wheel Cruiser, which I like, and then I can still draw 2 cards next turn with Tamiyo, which I like. Just depends on how aggressive his next drop is. Yeah. Foundry Inspector I'm not too worried about. We have plenty of things that can eat that thing. Okay, and he doesn't attack or crew, which is a good sign. We don't draw a land, but I'm going to be greedy here. I'm going to slam out Tamiyo, and I'm going to attack with 2 Thopters. And then hopefully we'll rip a second land, and we can cast something good here. He could just Twin Bolt us, but I'm not going to play around that. Inspiration's good here. Let's put it that way. Okay, there we go, we got it. We should draw land. Nope. And punished. What did we kept quite a land. We kept 4 lander. I wanted the 6 just because the power of being able to slam a Wooden Bell or a Drown, I hope should be able to close this game out. But we still have a decent block on, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Although he has slammed a Chandra at us now. I have never ultimated with Tamiyo, and to be honest I don't think that's going to change because yeah, especially not going to change. Actually, well, we can't even tap down the creatures with Tamiyo because he'll just crew the vehicles in response. And whenever they deal combat damage, so still would get it for claiming his planeswalkers. This is interesting. Beaumont Bazaar Barge is crew 3, which means he can crew that, and he can crew 2 vehicles this turn. And he's crewing Copter with that, so he can crew his Fleet Wheel Cruiser, but I'll just trade off here. And if he does it this way, I guess, then I can do my Tamiyo play. Oh, actually, never mind. His vehicles have got haste with. His vehicles have got haste with Thopter Engineer. Well, I mean, I'll just jump with this Thopter here. Skyland Cascade is an interesting one, but I think Tamiyo is of more value here. Still no land. I think the play is to Bounding Crisis. To tap down this, he'll crew the thing in response. Then we can double tap down his vehicles. And then we can kill his Chandra. We'd be leaving our Tamiyo vulnerable, but I think that's right. I'll use my colorless if you don't mind. Then maybe he forgets to crew in response. Apparently he actually does, which I wasn't expecting. And now we can just kill this thing now. Okay, I'm honestly surprised that worked. Now we minus Tamiyo to tap down Copter and Fleet Wheel Cruiser, I think. Then we play a Copter of our own because we can crew it up. And that was a decent turn. He's down to 2 cards in hand, we have 5. So the longer this game goes on, I think it's advantage us. And it depends what his last 2 cards is. There's a lot of especially with the haste, there's a lot of things he could do here. If he extends over too much into speaking of things that are good, if he extends a lot into Tamiyo here, I might have to just accept it, but that doesn't have trample, so I can jump that. He kinda has to triple attack Tamiyo. Oh, he's just going face here. I'll crew Copter up with you. now I'll start trading off. Trade with you, and I think I'll chump you and take 4. That seems okay. I'll get to loot here, so that means I can get rid of something not good. Biodeem, I don't need to. Or that might not be terrible if I make if I jump the entire turn and then I could go something from there. Still not hitting all lands. I might just okay, 3, 4. How much can we hit for here? 3, 4, 7, 9. We can hit for 9, but then we'd be very close to down the swing back. Although we could just tap down 2 more things again, and then I think we get aggressive as well. Question is, do we and I think we have to minus Tamio again. But I think we attack all out here, and then tap Copter and Fleet Wheel Cruiser again. Just tapped on his 2 best things, and then we can play. I guess we play Dimensional Infiltrator, and we don't have double blue, but we do have the energy. If we want to use that. It's either when we want to play Spell Queller / Valve Redeemer, and this thing. I think if I'm planning on chumping, which I'm doing anyway, I guess it's better to play out Dimensional Infiltrator. So I'll just pass the turn. He is gaining life with that Inventor's Fair, which I'll admit isn't too good, but we can counter any spell with Spell Queller. Which I will just slam now because he's out of cards. What? Summon to you. And he does have to be careful about blocks here because I could potentially finish him off this next turn. Especially for a Ripper land. Drown of Hope just being able to tap on his field would do it. And he's double crewing for that, which I'm fine with because we have the chump blocker for. Yep, slam you. Block there. He's planning on chumping anyway. Okay, so he's out of cards. He's on 11 life. Rip a land, that's nice. He's gone. We'll take the leaf. I think I have lethal on board. 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have lethal on board. So yeah. Wow, we're having some good games today. We're getting there. 39. Bunch of quests. Okay. So how do we want to finish things off? I think I want to do like hyper aggro to end things here. So it's a question of whether we want to play robots or we want to play green red. And I think I'll go green red. I haven't played green red in a very long while, but hopefully it'll redeem us here and we can get to rank 40 again and put this game down for another week till Wednesday, which coincidentally I have a very big exam on the Wednesday, so it'll be a nice reward to come back from that exam and drown my sorrows by playing some new expansion, which will be nice, won't it? Hopefully the exam goes well, but let's just say me and chemistry don't get on too well. And in my brilliance, I decided, hey, we don't get on too well. Let's try and patch it up at university, which yeah, wasn't a good idea. But we're playing GGK4 MP4. I'm not on the play, but I was on the play last game, so I'm not going to get too salty. For some reason, we either have 16 landers or 0 landers. This hand's decent. It would be a lot better on the play because Long Tusk Cub, obviously. But it's acceptable. I don't run too many lands in this deck, so it should be harder to flood out than it is in banned. Conversely, I run it. Okay, he's gone. Apparently, he was one of them people, or my internet, depending, I guess. Don't want to call people out because you never know. It could be one of the two. But Long Tusk Cup is a very, very powerful card that I'm surprised didn't see more play. God damn this game. Let's just say in the turn 2 Long Tusk Cub battle, he's going to win this, although Lanthu Hellion was probably the best draw off the top of my deck. Like, probably was. I mean, if he... Aww. Let's just say that thing is going to get big, but we get smack him for 4, and then the turn after we can smack him for 9. If we draw nothing else. But we will be contesting, of course, his own Long Tusk Cub. And Uh, and of course we could draw an energy spell or something to keep our own land through Hellion around. But as long as like our next 2 draws aren't land, I mean, we run 23 land or 22 land in this deck, I can't quite remember. I think it's 22 even, to be honest. I'll pay 2. So we run 22 land in this deck, which means, what, 3, 7? We've already seen a third of our land in the top 10. So hopefully things don't get any more extreme than this. He can pump that thing up to a 4-4 and then make it a 5-5. So it's very hard to race a long tusk cub, but we do have removal on our deck. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be activated anymore, but I find in these kind of mirrors like this and red-white vehicles, it's whoever draws their removal, because both decks don't run a lot of removal, but like they'll run stuff like Declaration Stone. And I find whichever side finds their removal, I'm very tempted to do that, but next turn we can activate all modes, which will be absolutely brutal, because we've got a lot of lands we don't need in our hand, so I think that's better. Like, we'll kill his Voltaic Brawler, burn him for 3, and wheel our hand. So as long as we're not dead and he's jumping, which I'm actually fine with. Unfortunately, we do lose our entire field here. Yeah. Woodland Wanderer would be a bad draw for our opponent to slam on us right now. What else would be terrible? There's a lot of bad draws for us, but you could pump that to 6 power. We can't kill that thing actually, which is a problem. We can't kill that thing either. Shit. We just lose this. I think we were in a lot better shape if we were on the draw. If we were on the, this is just one of them matches where it really comes down to whether you're on the play or you're on the draw. Like, he got to respond while having his little tusk on the field, and you're seeing what sort of damage it's doing, while I had to tap out instead of, you know. He's used all his energy though, so the AI is actually kind of thrown this game away technically, because I can just kill that thing now. But actually we're dead on board either way, so what can we do? We can play this and then burn that, and that buys us a turn, but I'm not even sure what we're playing for outs right now, but I guess we have to do it. If we had one more land, I'd be a lot more happy, but we're essentially playing for the jump here. And who knows? Maybe the AI manages to snatch victory. I can't speak. Maybe the AI manages to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, but when you got a 7/7 Tusk out, it's not really too hard to imagine. So I'm trying to think of any draws in this deck, and I don't think red really has any answers to that thing. Like, our best bet's the AI forgets to attack here, which of course it's not going to, and then we have no choice. We have no choice. Yeah, and there's the Imperial Voyager. So it was the turn 2 Harness Lightning where this game was lost, and Scythe Leopard is not the top deck for us. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one down to, we got beat. We kept the 5-lander, we flooded out a bit, and any chances of that game being ours were lost when we were on the draw versus the mirror match, because I can't think of a card that is more important to be on the play than Long Tusk Curb. Maybe actually no, Reflect Mage kind of likes being on the draw, because then you can bounce more stuff. Turn 3 Thalia. Yeah, there's a lot of cards which are a lot better on the play. Okay, we are playing Dark Pip. I can't even remember that name, but at least we are on the play this game. Now the Long Tusk. Okay, 1-lander. Okay, this is pretty good. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Can't really ask much more than that, and powerful ones at that. If he doesn't play a spell turn 2, then we can play turn 3 Bristling Hydra, which is going to be hard to beat for any deck. Which will be hard to beat for any deck. And our opponent, for some reason, managed to hold priority there. Okay, so we just go like this, make sure I'm playing the right line. A lot of lag, that's unfortunate. It's not my internet. I have checked Steam and I'm on there. All systems go. So let's try and decipher. Dark. Okay, he's got an English name though, so probably he's Australian or American. Judging by okay. Why is everyone turned to harness lightning my plays? I guess I'm fine with that. Like, this is the difference. If he'd played a 2-drop and then he could respond, he's in a great position. But because he's doing that, then I just get to keep playing threats. Like, I've got the tempo here, and like now he needs to find an answer for Hanwia Garrison. If he kills Hanwia Garrison, then he has to find an answer for Bristling Hydra, and so forth and so forth. And Dustwatch, while it is a really big threat, it's not quite on the level of Hanwia Garrison. This thing can get out of control very fast. So we will persevere here. Second harness lightning. Well, at least his next spot removal spell can't kill Bristling Hydra straight away. At least he'll need 2 more. We're playing red-green control. Well, Collector Defiance is pretty good here because again we are flooding out a little bit here. So being able to cycle our hand if we draw another land here, for example, is pretty good. He doesn't Lightning Axe in response, which is nice. And we have a decent sized threat on the field. So, as I said, this would probably be going a lot worse if he played like even just like a turn 2 Dustwatch Recruiter. A Kum Firebird, that thing's gonna die next turn. So it looks like we are playing red green aggro, but the first like I said, the frustrating thing about these aggro mirror matches I found is the removal is really important. And like now I'm tempted to not cycle my hand, which actually I think I'm not gonna cycle my hand. Harness Lightning is probably better than a random card, random 2 cards I guess. So I guess I'm just gonna go burn to the face, burn to you, burn to your creature, and then burn to your face. And smack you for another 4. So in the race we are ahead. We've taken down to 13. We have a removal spell. It's just a question of whether our deck cooperates here, and hopefully we don't flood out. I can't remember how many lands did I keep. What did I keep in this hand? 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. So it wasn't that land heavy. It was a 4-lander, so realistically we're fine not seeing any more lands. I'm fine with that because he can't flip it this turn or the next. Annual Battlements is nice if we start drawing creatures anyway. As far as lands go, I'll take it. In fact, I'm just gonna dome. I was gonna say I'll dome this thing now, but if he just plays a pump spell, then I get destroyed. But he just takes it. I'm fine with that. We've got 4 energy anyway, so not too worried. And he can't get 6 lands this next turn, so it's fine. I'll keep this Harness Lightning in case he draws something scary. I'll take 2 damage here. I'm not worried about this. I'd rather kill like a Bristling Hydra in response to its trigger, for example. Or Tireless Tracker. And we get ping him for 2, get some more energy, which is relevant considering we have a Bristling Hydra on the field. Not a land. This is just getting standard really. We do only run 22 lands in this deck, believe it or not. I know like the last 2 videos, last 2 matches haven't really disproved that fact, but I mean we're not in a bad situation. We have a Hanwia Garrison and Hanwia Battlements, which can give any creature haste, so he can't really get too aggressive here, although admittedly he does have the Sylvan Advocate. There's probably an argument for killing that over Tireless Tracker, in hindsight. But I mean he is missing land drops, so I'm going to stand by my decision. Come on, rip a creature here. Any creature, even Scythe Leopard would be decent. Okay, I'll take that actually. Can I flip it on the same turn? I don't think so, but we can give it haste at the very least. How much does this cost to flip actually? Actually only costs 5, so yeah, we can flip it. So that was a pretty decent turn. Oh, he's gonna have a removal spell. Oh, what a killjoy. Is there 5 energy? So we can pump this to 4. So he'd have to double block. and he'd be left with nothing. I think it's better for me to have, because for attack I can trade it off for 2 creatures here. But then I'll be left with nothing. He'll have 3 cards in hand. I think I think the Bristling Hydra is more important for me. I'm trying to think if there's a way I could have done that better. I guess I could have flipped it and then given it, but I mean there's no point really. Skyship, we will have to we'll use our energy here. And he can crew that now. So this is getting worse for us. In the long term, Screw beats Flood, and I am flooding and he is screwing, so we need some good draws here. We have lots of them in our deck, and Just Watch Recruiter, to be fair, is one of them. We can't really give it haste, unfortunately, but we can. You know what? I'm not even gonna activate it now, because if we attack, because that Skyship, you can either double block or you can Skyship, and then I'd actually kind of want that Skyship off the board, so I'm willing to make this trade now. Yeah, I'll make this trade. That Sylvan Advocate was about to get bigger. And I guess we'll just activate this. Three lands, Gassic Prowler. Now he needs to find 3 power to crew his thing, so. And now he has to choose between 2 threats, and to be honest it's a difficult decision if he does attack with this. Even if he does have the creatures to attack with Skyship here, he has to choose, and it's a pretty hard choice to be honest. Woodland Bellower is the pretty terrible draw for us there. He's gonna get a Sylvan Advocate or a Tireless Tracker out of his deck, and yeah, we are. What's this thing's ability again? Is it has to be blocked, but can't be blocked by more than 1 creature? Yeah. So you can't double block us with that at least, if you just leave that around. That's just, I mean, what did he draw? You do Sky Shaman and Woodland Bellower. That was always going to be difficult to beat. But not over it yet. That's the land. And we can't even attack here. This is just miserable. A 4/4 does not match up well. I'm going to keep the land in hand at this point, but I think we're dead on board, so never mind.